Ken Allison with IDI, and today we are looking at the most important things on a spray foam rig. Let's start with just right here, axles. We need heavy duty axles. We're hauling around a lot of weight, a lot of equipment. These are 7,000 pound axles. You want 2 of those. We've got the doggy door. That doggy door is very important because we have 300 feet of heated hose. And yes, it has a jacket on it. That way you can drag it across nails and all those other things and you don't mess up the hose. But this needs to stay warm. These chemicals will get cold. This will be laying in the ground on the snow, so this is an insulated hose, but we want to keep it warm in here. That's where the chemical is. So we need this doggy door to run the hose to the outside. Besides having a really nice hose rack and something to hold everything, the next thing you want is a really good proportioner. First off, you need something everyone can work on. We typically supply PMC or Graco. We can get the parts. This one happens to be a hydraulic, and I love hydraulic machines. But this, you're not going to outrun the heaters. You're going to be able to do a lot with it. So the next thing I want to talk about, obviously we've got this whole thing lined where you can really see what you're doing in here. And we've got industrial lighting. You can see one here and one back here. That way, if I happen to hit that with a stick pump, when I'm trying to load one into a drum, I'm not going to break it. It's protected. Same thing here. I've got a really nice, solid bench to work with a vise. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff in here. I've got an air hose so that I can blow things off. Also, 2 guns are coming with this. I think anytime you buy a rig, you should have 2 guns, because if a gun goes down, you can literally be 2 hours on a job site trying to clean that thing out, soften everything up, get it put back together, go back in, and then if you didn't have your hose cleaned out, you pull the trigger once and you're down again. Having 2 guns is just a great idea. Next thing, industrial type cabinets. Things that are going to withstand and not going to come open when you're going down the road. You really want this built for you to work on. This is your mobile shop. This is a factory. You've got your MSDS sheets. You've got your eye wash station. You got your first aid kit. You have to have good heat in order to make good foam. So this is a fully insulated trailer, and we've got an air conditioner and a heater in here. That way we can control the temperature of the chemical. The next thing are the drum holders. I mean, we've got, 2 sets would be 2,000 pounds worth of stuff back here that could decide to go wild on you. So you really need something you can lock those drums into. You also want really good stick pumps to go with it, and you've got to have enough air to drive those pumps. We'll get back to that in a minute. So the next thing I need is an air dryer. I cannot allow moisture to go into my A-side drums. So this is going to dry the air out before it goes in and replaces any of that. But I can control my air from inside here. I don't have to go to the back in order to control my air. So that's the inside. Let's go look at the back. With me, I have Kyle from our rig building and design team. Kyle, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, Ken. How are you today?
I'm doing awesome. So Kyle helps build and design rigs, but let's talk about the back end of it. Okay, so here we have our air compressor and a separate generator. Now, Kyle, don't these come as a combo unit sometimes?
Well, that can come down to preference of how an individual wants their rig set up and built. Also saving space.
Another thing that we need to talk about, when we talk about the air compressor, you have to have enough air to be able to drive your guns, to drive the pumps, to drive everything on here, and in some cases, enough for fresh air. This one was not designed with a fresh air system, correct?
So one of the first things that I talk about when designing a rig is fresh air systems, whether that's a portable system or a built-in cab unit.
So with this, if you start out with a very small electric unit, say an E20, you won't need much of a generator for that. My caution to you is, if you're serious about staying in spray foam, you may want to consider a bigger generator like this so that when you go to upgrade your E20, you don't have to buy another generator. That is a very large part of the cost of this particular unit. So with that, I want to show you one more thing before we close. Let's look at the front. All right, so the thing I really like about this, I've got a spare tire. That to me is essential because I love driving over screws. But Kyle, I noticed this is like the typical jack I've had on most of my trailers.
Correct. Yeah, this is our standard jack that comes with all trailers. Unfortunately, that's not going to do it, Ken. That's why we upgrade to something bigger and more heavy duty. This is a 7,000 pound jack, Ken. This is going to help support when you're dropping this down.
Outstanding. I love that. Guys, reach out to Kyle, reach out to any of us. Obviously, you can get a rig from anywhere. We do about 200 of these a year, but we would love to help you design it, build it. Even if you're looking at a used one, reach out to our tech team. But make sure you have all of the pieces you need that are essential to a good spray foam operation. I'm Ken Allison with IDI.
I'm Kyle McClellan with IDI.
We look forward to earning your business every single day. If you like the video, share it by all means, but reach out to your local branch, reach out to your local salespeople, or reach out to Kyle here at corporate. Thanks for watching.